Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss the topics related to the first chapter in physics, units and dimensions. The very basic quantity that we shall begin with, the fundamental quantity, the quantity of fundamental significance in physics is physical quantity. So we shall begin with the discussion of physical quantities. About physics, we can say that it is a branch of natural sciences which deals with the mathematical study of physical phenomena. So, for mathematical study of physical phenomena, we need special quantities, special parameters in terms of which we shall express laws and principles governing physical phenomena. These special quantities are called as physical quantities. You will be able to understand the thing better if we begin with a few examples. The examples of physical quantities are distance, displacement, velocity, speed, acceleration, force. So we can see that all these quantities are the quantities that can be measured by using some method or the other. So we can define physical quantities as the quantities which we can measure by employing some method or the other, and using which we express mathematically the laws and principles governing physical phenomena. This is the definition of physical quantities. Now, there are two broad categories into which the physical quantities have been divided, namely fundamental and derived. So the whole set of physical quantities that are needed for the mathematical description of physical phenomena are divided into two broad categories, namely fundamental and derived physical quantities. So what are fundamental physical quantities? They may also be called as base quantities. Okay, so fundamental physical quantities are basically those physical quantities which we can measure without the help of any other physical quantity, means the physical quantities that can be measured directly. There are a few important conditions that determine whether a given physical quantity can be kept under the category of fundamental physical quantity or not. These qualifying conditions are that the physical quantity should be measured directly, means we must be in a position to measure the given physical quantity directly. So you must be able to measure the physical quantity directly for the quantity to be included under the category of fundamental physical quantities. Second factor, it should be measured independently. Means you must be able to measure the physical quantities independently, means independent of any other physical quantity. Means if a quantity is a fundamental physical quantity, you should not need any other physical quantity for the measurement of given physical quantity. And the third one is accuracy. Okay, so accuracy basically means that you are able to find the value of physical quantity without error. If the measured value of physical quantity involves a lot of error, and if it fulfills these two conditions, it cannot be kept under the category of fundamental physical quantities. So the three conditions which are needed for the given fundamental quantity to be included in the fundamental physical quantities are: you must be in a position to measure the physical quantity directly, you must be in a position to measure the physical quantity independently without using any other physical quantity, and the third quantity is that you must be in a position to measure the physical quantity accurately. Okay, so on the basis of these conditions, 7 physical quantities have been kept under the category of fundamental physical quantities. We will talk about the derived physical quantities later. First of all, let us focus on fundamental physical quantities. There are 7 fundamental physical quantities. 7 fundamental physical quantities. First of all, let us name the 7 fundamental physical quantities, and later on we shall discuss about their units. We will also try to understand the meaning of the unit. Okay, so these fundamental physical quantities are mass, length, time, thermodynamic temperature or simply temperature. Number 5, electric current. Number 6, amount of substance. And number 7, luminous intensity. Okay, I can see that the last one is not visible to you, so you can just write down. It is luminous intensity. So these are the 7 fundamental physical quantities. The first one is the mass, the second one is length, third one is time, fourth one is thermodynamic temperature, fifth one is electric current, seventh one is amount of substance, and sixth one is amount of substance, and the seventh one is luminous intensity. Okay, now we know the basic characteristic of every physical quantity is that we can measure it directly or indirectly. Okay, let us try to understand what we mean by measurement of a physical quantity. Okay, what do you mean by measurement? What do you mean by measurement? Of course, measurement is an activity. It is a sort of activity that we employ to find out the value of the physical quantity. Activity that is used to find the value of a physical quantity. Any activity that is undertaken to find the value of the physical quantity may be called as measurement. Okay, what do we get when we measure a physical quantity? What we get is called as the value of the physical quantity, or you can say the magnitude of the physical quantity. When you measure a physical quantity, you get the value, or you get the magnitude of the physical quantity. If I ask you to measure a length, you may express the value of length as 15 centimeter, or say 12 meter, or say 150 kilometer. This is the way you will express the length. Is it or not? So what do we mean when we say that a length is 15 centimeter, or say 12 meter, or say 150 kilometer? What do we mean when we express lengths like this? It means, now 15 centimeter means that the given length is 15 times of 1 centimeter. Okay, 15 times 1 centimeter. So 15 centimeter is 15 times of 1 centimeter. Alright, now what is this centimeter? It is a reference standard. Unless you set this reference standard, you will not be able to measure the physical quantity. This reference standard is given the name unit. Whenever you measure a physical quantity, you always compare the physical quantity with a reference standard called as the unit. 1 centimeter is reference standard of length. It is the unit of length. You can express the value of length as 15 centimeter, which means that the given length is 15 times 1 centimeter. So what do we mean by measurement? Measurement of physical quantity involves comparison of the given physical quantity with its unit. You may write down, measurement of a physical quantity involves comparison of the given physical quantity with its unit. What is unit? It is reference standard. Now, this unit should have some basic properties. It should be internationally acceptable. It must have a fixed value. Okay, it must be internationally acceptable and it must have a fixed value. These are the basic properties of the reference standard that we call as unit. For example, the length 1 centimeter is the same whether you measure it here, whether you measure it somewhere close to Kanyakumari, or you measure it in England. The value of 1 centimeter is the same. Okay, so the first important property is that it should be constant, invariable. Okay, the unit should be invariable or constant, and it must be internationally recognized. These are the two basic properties of unit or the reference standard that we use for measurement of physical quantity. Alright, so now you know what we mean by measurement. Okay, so measurement involves comparison of the physical quantity with a reference standard called as unit. How do you express the value of a physical quantity? We express the value of a physical quantity by a number. For example, here we have got the number as 15, and then you connect it with the unit. You express the unit at the same time. You say 15 centimeter. Okay, so that gives you the clear information about the value of the physical quantity. 15 centimeter is meaningful. When you say that it is 15 centimeter, it is meaningful. If you say the length is 15, the measurement seems inappropriate or incomplete. Okay, so when you supply the unit, that completes the measurement of the physical quantity. That is how you express the measured value of physical quantity. This combination of the numerical value of the physical quantity and unit is called as magnitude of the physical quantity. Alright, I hope you have understood this basic part of the first chapter that we have discussed here. We will come again with another video that will give you further information with the same chapter, with the same lesson. Thank you.